Hello everyone, happy Thursday or Friday depending on which hour you are in. This video is for A cohort students, so B students we will do this all in class, so if by chance you are watching this early, please do not work ahead, don't work on anything that's listed for Thursday and Friday. Again, this video is for A students because I will not see you Thursday and Friday, so I will not be able to explain these instructions for you. So, A students, here we go. It's either Thursday or Friday, depending on what hour you are in, and there are two things that you need to do today. They are both listed in the weekly agenda. Feel free to click on that and check it out, but I'm just going to skip that step because I'm hoping that's becoming habit by now. The first thing you need to do is this quiz. This quiz is due at 11:59 the day you have class. So if you have class Thursday, it's due at 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. If you have class Friday, so fourth hour, it is due at 11:59 p.m. on Friday. This quiz should not be difficult. It is based entirely on the story, just big plot points in the story. So take that and you'll get your score back right away. It's multiple choice, so it will grade for you and you will get your score back right away. So take your time. There's really no reason why you should get any of these wrong because you have access to the story if you need to use it. So after that, after you submit that quiz, you are going to start working on this assignment. This is our big assignment for this story. It's called A Sound of Thunder Literary Analysis. I'll click on it in a second here. But basically, click My Document on this assignment, and you will do about half of it today. So whether that's Thursday or Friday, whenever you're watching this, you'll finish about half of it, and then this is not due till next week. So don't feel like you have to completely finish this. In fact, I don't want you to finish this. I want to see you one of the 2 days. So like A students, I don't want you to submit this even if you finish early because in class on either Monday or Tuesday, I want to go over it with you and make sure you did it correctly. But again, you should only finish about half of this. I've also have another example or another support system rather. So it's called Hench's Notes on a Sound of Thunder Literary Analysis. It's this bottom link here. And that's what I'm going to show here now. So this is a copy of the packet or the assignment that you have to do, the literary analysis. But this is my version, but I've just typed in some notes for you to use. You'll get your own document when you click My Document, but feel free to click on my link here if you need any help. But what this is, A Sound of Thunder Literary Analysis, this is basically a packet where you are going to review setting, plot, characterization, etc. that we learned about earlier in the week, and you are going to apply those literary elements to A Sound of Thunder, the story you just finished reading. So you'll fill out this document using examples or specific moments from the story. I've highlighted this because this is important, and this is why you're getting so long to work on this because this takes a while. You have to include page numbers from the story, and we'll talk about more in a second. But this is also important. This is your first assignment that's going in that reading and writing category of the gradebook. This is 36 points in the 60% category of the gradebook. It's graded on right or wrong. It's not completion. So take your time, do half of this today, and we'll finish the other half on Monday or Tuesday. So how this packet works. The first one is setting. So one of the things we took notes on, one of the things we reviewed earlier in the week, and what you need to do basically is this first setting one. So this is the office. You can choose if you want it to be the office before the hunt or after. First, I need to give me some details about the time. What year is it? What time of day, time of year, time, just etc. Just what time is it? So for example, if you think it's in a specific year or whatever, type it in and put the page number. Place, what's in the room? What's in the office? Is there a sign on the wall? Is there a desk? Is there a chair? What's in the room? Describe some details about the setting and put the page numbers that you find those details from. And then finally, what's the atmosphere? Is it positive, negative? Is it a scary atmosphere? If you were to walk into that office, how would you feel? Describe details from the story and have page numbers, and then you'll do the same thing for when they are on the hunt in the jungle. What year is it? It says how many years ago it was, so find that and list the page number you found that on. Describe the jungle, and then what's the atmosphere in the jungle. Then you're going to go to characters. So for each of these listed characters, so Eccles, Travis, Lesperance, etc., you have to find at least 2, feel free to do 3 if you want to, but at least 2 things about them. You can list what they look like, what they wear, or maybe how they treat other people. How do they react when they see the dinosaur? What do they do? What are mistakes they make? What happens to them? How do they feel? When you find something, so let's say if you find a detail from the story about Eccles, type in whatever detail that you want to list about him as a character and then put the page number you found that from. Travis then is next, Lesperance. Billings and Kramer, I linked those two together. We don't know a lot about them, but we know some things, maybe what they like to do and how they react after they shoot the dinosaur. They have a pretty strong reaction. President Keith and President Ducher here, feel free to do the same for them. Again, we don't know a lot of details about them, but find details about them as a character and make sure you add the page number. I cannot say that enough. Conflict here. So name one external conflict. So I highly recommend you do at least one like Eccles versus dinosaur, right? So type that in a versus statement. So type in Eccles versus dinosaur. That's all you need to put here, and then put maybe the page number where you think this big conflict starts on, maybe when he first sees the dinosaur. Then how does he feel, and what's your evidence from the story? So if you think he is scared of the dinosaur, which I'd say he is, put he's scared of the dinosaur, but then what page does that fear really come out? So list a page number that occurs in the story. And then is this conflict resolved? And if not, just explain why and list the page numbers where it is or is not resolved. I would say right here is about our halfway point. So if you get through conflict today, you're right on track. If you want to work ahead, you can, but remember, please don't submit till I see you in class Monday or Tuesday, just so we can go through this and make sure we all did it right. Point of view though, this one should be super easy. So is it first person point of view? Or is it third person point of view? If you don't remember what those are, look them up or look back in the presentation from earlier in the week. And then how do you know that? So type out a sentence from the story and explain how you know it, and list that page number. Theme then, so I've given you two theme areas. Choices can impact one's future and breaking rules can lead to negative consequences. I think those ones are pretty big theme areas that we find when we read this story. So all you have to do is describe a moment in detail that proves that choices can impact one's future. So what's a moment from the story where a character made a choice and it impacted their future or other people's futures? List the page number. And then finally, this one should be easy, the plot points. So exposition, what kind of happens in the beginning, maybe list the range of pages that happens on. What do you think the inciting incident is? So like the one big thing that sets our story in motion, what's rising action, etc. So again, just to review, get about halfway done with this. We'll do the other half in class Monday or Tuesday. Even if you finish this, please don't submit because I do want to go over it and check everyone's work Monday, Tuesday to make sure we all did this correctly. But basically, this is just our first introduction, like a practice, if you will, to analyzing elements of a story. So again, just to review, click on that agenda if you forgot what I said, but today you are taking this quiz. Then you're doing about half of the literary analysis, and that document I just had up on my screen with all those like blue comments to help you is Hench's notes. So click on that to help you, but this is your assignment. If you have any questions, please send me an email. I am here and want to help. Have a fabulous weekend.